Hey everybody, it's Cathy. Welcome to my channel. Okay, before we do anything, let's get into this little outfit. I am wearing a sleeper pajama set. I'll post some pictures. But yes, it's I feel like my own little spirit animal in this, right? So I already do a lot with my hands. You're just gonna have to deal with feathers and everything. So today I want to talk about my luxury wish list. I'm definitely a mixture of when I buy clothes, high-low, but there are certain things that I like to invest in, and I always want to have a list to help me prioritize. Today, we're going to go over that list, for at least my list for what I want for 2021. Let's get into it. First category I'm going to start off with is jewelry. And I'm going to put in fine jewelry and costume jewelry because it's not all the same. It's definitely different, but most of the things I'm gonna get are gonna be probably similar priced. So the first thing that I want for 2021 is the old Celine bamboo initial necklace. I want the letter C. I purchased a dupe with the letter M. I think that was the only thing that the Etsy shop that I purchased it from was. And I will say it over and over, if you're not sure you want to invest in something, there are a lot of high quality dupes that you should invest in. I do it all the time because sometimes I'm just like, in the past I would buy something and be like, you know what, this is not worth it. Some things aren't worth it. And sometimes I'll buy a dupe and be just happy with what I got, and other times I won't be. So I got this dupe from an Etsy store. I don't know if you can see it, but that's it. It's gorgeous. It's not as high quality as I'd like. I do wear it, but the M is for my last name, but I really want a C. Let me have what I want. So I've been stalking a few of them on Vestiaire Collective, and the prices are ridiculous. I feel like this, with old Celine, old Celine prices have gone through the roof. A lot of people want the things that Phoebe Philo made versus the things that are currently being made by Celine. So this is one of them. Like I said, I've been stocking it on Vestiaire Collective. I believe it retailed for somewhere between $300 and $600. I forget. I saw one recently that was on Vestiaire Collective, never been worn. It was like $1,000. I'm waiting for it down. I think the price has gone down to $700. I think $600 is a good price. That's what I'm willing to pay for it. And so when that happens, another item is I want to buy a Roberto coin cross necklace. Now I have one already. I have a very small one. It's tiny. And I love to wear it. I have another one. This is another one that I have, but it doesn't have the pendant on it. And I love them. They're 18 karat gold. I love that it's really delicate, but I want something that's a little bit more substantial, a little bit more oomph to it. Other thing on my jewelry wish list is I want a nice pair of diamond studs. I've kind of been in the market for them. I don't want anything too big. At first I thought, I was like, well, I want a carat on each ear, and I tried some like cubic zirconiums that were like a carat each ear, and I was like, ugh, I look like a rapper, and it's not cute. Even if they were like, flawless, best quality, best everything, the carat is just kind of too big for me. So maybe a half a carat in each ear, or more or less even. I have a size, I think it's half a carat that I found, or even maybe maybe right under, like maybe a third of a carat, something smaller but that just shines well. I usually wear a stud in my ear, and so today I have hoops on, but I just need a nice pair of studs that screw back, that screw in. I don't want the ones that just push back, because I know that no one wants to lose a $3,000 pair of, or even if they're 500. I think I've seen some on Blue Nile that have been maybe under 1,000. Nobody wants to lose $1,000. That's just like taking $1,000 out of your wallet and just throwing it on the floor. Nobody wants to do that. But I do want them because I know for myself, like I said, a dupe. I've purchased ones that are lower quality. Maybe they don't shine as well. I've worn them to the ground, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, let me invest in a good pair that I know are probably, as long as I don't lose them, will last me for the rest of my life, unless I do get to a point where I'm like, okay, I want like a carat because I'm flossy like that. But other than that, that's it. So Oh, and one thing about the diamond studs, I want them to be on 18 karat yellow gold. I wear a lot of yellow gold, and I feel like, and that's one thing that's been hard, is finding 18 karat yellow gold, because everybody wants platinum or even white gold, but for me, I want them to be yellow gold to be consistent, because I'm just a yellow gold lover. So that's it for jewelry. All right, on to handbags. So I really only have 2 handbags on my list. First bag I want is just the traditional basic. I want vintage. I want a vintage Chanel double flap jumbo size. And the reason I want vintage is because the newer jumbos have this, I'll show you, like this curved flap, where the jumbos have, the vintage jumbos have a straight flap, which I like. Also, I want it to be vintage because they have the 24 karat plated gold, where now it's more of a champagne gold. I want my yellow gold. I want it to bling you. I want it to be in caviar, and that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, you know, if you know anything about Chanel, Chanel has, I think, 2 or 3 price increases of just their regular retail stores last year in 2020. So that caused all of the pre-loved things to go up. And I think, you know, I think years ago this bag probably was like $2,000-3,000. Now it's probably like $7,000. So it's gonna take me a minute. I may not even get it this year, but that's on my list. So that's, you know, that's just my basic bag. Now, the next thing on my list is my Razzle Dazzle bag. I want the Bottega Veneta padded cassette with gold chain in white. I saw this actually when I was in Arizona for Thanksgiving. I actually tried this purse on, and I took a little picture of it. It went perfectly with what I had on. I think that day I had on like a cream sweatsuit and a jacket over it, and it was just like, oh. And I've purchased so many things that are cream or white because ever since the lockdown, so I feel like it would go well. And of course, the gold chain is like, I love the gold. It's at first I hated the purse. I'm gonna be transparent. Initially, when I saw the purse, I'll show you, like this. There's like it's called the padded cassette. Initially, I saw it. I was like, ugh, I don't like that bag. And everybody on Instagram had it and was like, oh, I love it, I love it. It's ugly. It's very plain. I love Bottega Veneta. I love everything that Daniel Lee has done, but not everything. But I love a lot of things he's done. That bag, I was just like, ugh. And I'm glad he went back and was like, this bag is a little bit meh. So let me give it a little bit of oomph. And he added that that gold chain. And so with that gold chain, it's what I want. I love it. So unfortunately it retails for $3,800. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it pre-loved. I don't want to pay $3,800. Even I would pay $3,800, but I don't want to. I mentioned before I purchased a bag on StockX. I love StockX in terms of that. Bags on StockX have to be in brand new condition, and sometimes you'll get a deal, I think, just because of the, you know, you'll get a purse from overseas and the currency rate is, you know, even though you're paying a low rate, they're getting a good conversion on their end, so it ends up being a win-win for everybody. But yeah, I tried to buy it on, I tried to put a bid in on it for StockX. Nobody's trying to sell it. I think I've seen it on The Real and other places, and it's basically $50 less than retail, so who knows. But I'm putting it out there in the universe, so wish me luck. So those are my 2 bags. All right, on to the shoe portion. So this year is a little bit different because I feel like every year before I was like, I want heels, heels, heels. But because of quarantine, lockdown, everything, I feel like I'm gonna have, I've started buying more and more sneakers. I think the last year I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, they're comfortable. I've always known about sneakers, but I just never purchased them until this year. So I have 2 sneakers on my list and 1 pair of heels. So the actual pair of heels that I want are the Bottega Veneta Stretch. Here's the picture. And I love these heels. I actually, like I said, I always get a dupe. I got a dupe from like Lulu's, right? In the summer because I wasn't sure. These are very similar to, at first I felt like they were very similar to I had what did I have? I had Stuart Weitzman pair of heels. Let me show you. That are very simple, that go with everything. And I just kind of felt like, okay, well, maybe the Stuart Weitzmans are just, you know, they're enough, right? So I purchased these. I styled the heck out of them. And I was like, okay, I want more. Because, you know, these shoes are decent. They're not going to last me forever. You know, I basically had them this summer and I didn't go anywhere. So I feel like they're really nice for taking pictures in the house. But if I actually wear them outside, I feel like they're going to get torn up. The leather isn't the best quality, so I can already see that the leather's like, bye girl. And I've tried them on in the store. The only thing about these shoes, initially, I will say, is this little thing right here. Girl, your toe's going to be like, but why? But why is this here? You know, I've gotten used to it. It doesn't bother me, but initially my foot was like, no, don't do this. But these shoes, the Bottega Veneta versions are, what, I think $790, $800. They're $800. I think they were $790. They might be $860 now. I don't want to pay that, as I said, so I've been on the lookout for a deal. I've seen some deals for them, never seen my size, so worst case, you know, we may be on lockdown for the whole year and I may not see a deal. But like I said, all of this is just me putting things out in the universe. Worst case, I have these for all of my fashion shows. And for, you know, I've worn these out and girl, you can't tell me anything. These are super cute. They go with a lot. I think the Stuart Weitzmans are very traditional, clean. These are a little bit, they just got a little bit of like, a little bit of razzle dazzle. I feel like if you've seen the picture of where I posted this outfit, I'm actually wearing the Stuart Weitzmans because the Stuart Weitzmans are, you know, they go with everything. They're just kind of like a very neutral shoe. It's almost like having a neutral palette, and it's good for this type of outfit because this type of outfit is like, I want it, I want all the attention. But for outfits where I think the shoe can kind of, you know, add a little spice, I wear these. But that's what I want in terms of just a heel. I am a sneaker fanatic now, and I've tried to get both of these shoes already. Nike has an app called Sneakers. The way Sneakers work is you enter a lottery, you know, with your size, and you have to submit all of your payment information. Then they decide, okay, well, based on the number of sizes that we have, people win randomly. You know, there's a lot of, I guess, black voodoo magic to how you win. So these, I tried to win the Air Jordan 4 off-white in the color sale. I tried to win them numerous times. They came up. I think they initially were $200. The thing about sneakers is certain sneakers, especially sneaker collaborations, can cause the price to skyrocket. These shoes, like I said, $200 initially. They're gorgeous, right? But they're selling on StockX and other places for $1,100, $1,200. Your girl doesn't want to pay that. I don't even want to pay $800 for them. But every time I see somebody with them, I get tight. Like, I'm like, ugh. Especially if it's somebody I know, I'm just like, oh, so-and-so has them. Oh, okay. I don't know why, you know, I don't know why I like these shoes, and the problem is that these shoes were considered like sneaker of the year, so maybe I have to wait a couple years, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm putting all of this out in the universe, and maybe it'll drop to like 500. Something will happen. I do know that there is going to be a re-release for men's sizes. This shoe is a women's shoe, and so a lot of men tried to buy it, but there was a cap on the size. I think in like a 13.5 men's, or I forget exactly, but that's essentially what it is. So, you know, there was a lot of buzz and a lot of demand for this shoe, so they realized, okay, we'll do a men's shoe drop. So what I'm going to try to do is when the men's shoe drop is, I'm going to enter every raffle, and if I win, that's great, you know, because I can wear an 8.5 in men's. If not, let's pray that it causes the price to go down, because right now, $1,200, I don't want to pay it. I don't want to pay it. I love the shoes though, like I said. Another shoe that I'm in love with, and I don't know why. I feel like these shoes came out, I think they might have come out in 2018. And I saw them, the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in Zebra. one of my friends is like over me talking about it. They're like, you are super thirsty for these shoes, and I am. And this, you know, it's funny, somebody sent me a dupe pair of these. I wear them around the house, I try them on with things just to see, and I'm really, really liking them. Like, and I'm usually a Nike person, but these are the ones where I feel like, oh yeah, they go with everything. They're white with, you know, the zebra. I love animal print with the little red writing. I love a little bit of red. And so these I think are more obtainable. You know, they were selling for a higher price, but there was a restock and they've gone down. So I think on StockX they are now $350. That's doable. I still want to pay $350, but I have a bid in if they ever go, you know, if they ever go any lower, or maybe I'll just get to a point where I'm like, summer's here, we're free, we're out, and I'll just buy them. Either way, $350 is not an awful price compared to the $1,200, or, you know, some of the other shoes that I want are, some of the other sneakers I want are $1,200. It's not like it's double. It's not like they're $500 or something like that. So, you know, maybe let's pray StockX and I maybe do a collaboration. That would be great. If they did, I would love that. Hey StockX, sponsor me. But, you know, I currently have a bid for them, and if that happens, we're good to go. You'll see them here. All right. Last category in my luxury wish list is coats. If you've seen my coats video, you'll know that I have an extensive coat collection, and there's two coats that, you know, come to mind now when I really think of, oh, what's the next coat I would like to get? Well, if you watch my video, you know I'm in love with the Max Mara teddy bear icon coat in the camel color. Like, I have a dupe of it by Maj. I've tried on the original. Yeah, your girl wants it. I live in Chicago, so I'm gonna use it. Even if I left Chicago now, I would still keep it, because I am going to, whenever I'm one of those people like, I'm gonna travel places where it's cold. In my mind, I'm gonna go skiing somewhere and just floss it. So I'm good to go, right? It's $3,600. Seen it on the resale sites. Unfortunately, the price is still the same, right? So it's very close. It's a coat though. Hopefully I'll find something maybe on the Real. Who knows? Putting it out there. The next coat I want is one that I've been seeing on Instagram, and I'm just like, at first I didn't know if I liked it. I kind of liked it, and I don't really have a lot of long coats, but it's the Balenciaga Hourglass coat. And it's, you know, as you see, it's like a full-length coat. It has a little bit of a hip. That's how I can describe it. It has little hips. It's super cute. I don't know, you know, the only thing about the coat is I don't really know what colorway I'm going to get. What, you know, because it's going to be a resale coat. I don't know. I'm just, right now I'm looking, I want the silhouette. Other coats, I know what color I want. I don't really know what colorways are going to be available. A lot of people have gotten it for, like, you know, at sample sales for like $500. That's where I'm trying to be at right now. And so, you know, I'm going to be flexible about the colorway. It can be a solid, it can be a print, but either way, it's just going to be a Balenciaga Hourglass coat, and that's what it's going to be. And I'll be happy with that, because I think I'm more into the shape of the coat and the length. You know, and it's going to be, as you know, I have certain colors that I gravitate towards. It's never going to be purple, because that's not the color I wear. It's going to be one of the colors I wear. It's going to be complementary to my closet, or else I'm not going to buy it. But I'm not like, it's not like the Max Mara teddy bear coat where I'm like, I only want camel. So, okay, that is my coat section. We talked about my wish list for 2021. Let me know if you have any questions. The reason I said I did this is because, you know, I do believe in manifestation. I feel like I manifested some of the things that have recently come in, some of the purchases, just for the pricing. So, you know, at the end of the year, I will do a roundup to let you know, like, what out of my list I purchased. And also, if something leaves my list and I add something else, I can either do a video, or maybe at the end of the year I can say, oh, this was on my list and I took it out. Either way, it depends. Let's see how this year shapes up, because it's January and everything. We didn't know that a global pandemic was going to happen, so I don't know what's going to happen to this wish list. But I'd like to memorialize it. Number one thing on your wish list, let me know so your girl can, like, stalk it also. All right. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye.